Yarai rai 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 rai. Yarai rai 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 rai. Yarai rai 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 rai. Yarai rai 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 rai. Yarai rai 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 rai. Yarai rai 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 rai. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We are going to start our service tonight on page 52 to get us into a prayerful spirit, to thank God that we are here together in this place, in this house of worship, praying as a community. Ashrei yoshvei vetecha, od yehalelucha sela. Ashrei yoshvei vetecha, od yehalelucha sela. Ashrei, ashrei, ashrei yoshvei vetecha. Ashrei, ashrei, ashrei yoshvei vetecha. Happy are those who dwell in your house. They will sing your praises forever. Happy are those who dwell in your house. They will sing your praises forever. Ashrei yoshvei vetecha, od yehalelucha sela. Ashrei yoshvei vetecha, od yehalelucha sela. Who else is ready for Shabbat? Yeah. I just came back from a vacation, and that first, week back at work after a week of doing nothing and just sleeping and reading is like always a little bit of you got to kind of rev yourself back up. So I'm glad that Shabbat has come again, as it always does when we need it most. So we will now light our Shabbat candles on page 120. And I would like to invite up our Oneg families, the Jensimas and Youngs, to say our blessings and light the candles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
There it goes.
There we go.
Thank you. And with that, we are ready to welcome in the Sabbath bride with Lecha Dodi on page 138 and 139. We will sing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And when we reach verse 9, I invite you, if you are able, to rise and face the door and imagine the Sabbath as a bride coming into the sanctuary, coming down the aisle to greet us. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. 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 Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Hishmi'anu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shad kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu enelcha, ki hi mekor habracha, merosh mikedem nesucha, sof ma'aseh b'machshavat tchila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, kiva orech kumi uri, shir daberi, kevod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Bo'i v'shalom ateret bala, gam besimcha uvetzola, toch emunei am segula, bo'i chala. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. You may be seated. And now that we have opened our hearts to prayer and lit our Shabbat candles and welcomed in the Sabbath bride, we are ready to segue into our evening service with the Chatzi Kaddish on page 144. Yitgadal ve'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah be'alma divrach hirutei ve'amlich malchutei b'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chayedecho bet Yisrael bagala uvizman kariv ve'imeru amen. Yehesh meraba mevarach ve'alamul al me'almaya yidbarach ve'yishtabach v'yidpa'ar v'yidromam v'yinaseh v'yitadar v'yit'ale v'yitalal shemei dekudesha barichu leila min kol berchata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma ve'imeru amen. On page 146, we come to the call to worship. Please prepare yourself for the Baruchu. Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed. You may be seated. And we continue together on the very bottom of page 149. I know that the tide is not an independent force, but merely the submission of the water to the movement of the moon in its orbit. And this orbit in its turn is subject to other orbits which are mightier far than it. And so the whole universe is held fast in the clinging grip of strong hands. The forces of earth and sun, planets and comets and galaxies, blindly erupting forces ceaselessly stirring in ripples of silence to the very depth of black space. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. Page 150. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta, Al ken Adonai Eloheinu b'shachbenu, uvkumenu nasiach bechukecha, v'nismach b'divrei toratecha, uv'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki hem chayenu, ve'orech yameinu, uvahem nege yomam v'layla, nege yomam v'layla. V'havatcha al tasir, mimenu le'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. We come now to the Shema and the Ve'ahavta. So the Shema is all about declaring God's oneness, our oneness with God, the oneness of the universe, etc. And it's in this love sandwich between Ahavat Olam, which is all about God's love for us, and Ve'ahavta, which is all about our love for God. And so with that in mind, please prepare yourself for these words of Torah. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha b'derech uvshachbecha uvkumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha luchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvihisharecha למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים אלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. You may be seated. And we continue responsively on page 157. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way.
Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces.
Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us continue to work for the day when the nations shall be one and in peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea.
Mi chamocha bailim Adonai, mi kamocha neder bakodesh, nora tehilot osef ele, nora tehilot osef ele. Malechutecha ra'u vanecha bokei hayam, lifnei Moshe u'Miriam ze'eli. Anu ve'ameru Adonai, yimloch le'olam va'ed. Mi chamocha bailim Adonai, mi kamocha neder bakodesh, nora tehilot osef ele, nora tehilot osef ele. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. Page 160. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu, shomrenu l'chaim, ufros aleinu sukkot shelomecha, v'taknenu be'etzah tova milfanecha, v'hoshi'enu lema'an shemecha. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu, shomrenu l'chaim, ushmor tzeitenu uvo'enu l'chaim u'l'shalom, me'ata ve'ad olam, ve'ad olam, ufros aleinu sukkot shelomecha, sukkot shelomecha. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukkot, shalom aleinu, ve'akol amo Yisrael. Page 162, pick the pace back up. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. We come now to the central portion of our evening prayer. The tefillah begins on page 164 and continues over the next few pages. I invite you to prepare yourself for these sets of blessings. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chastei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevi Geula livnei v'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham ve'Ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atah Rav le'Hoshia, Mashiv haruach u'morid hagashem, Mechakel chayim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim ve'rofeh cholim, Umatir asurim, umekayem emunato, lishenei afar, michamocha ba'al gevurot, umido melach, melech meimit umechayeh, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman atah lahachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yehalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. You may be seated. And we continue together on the bottom of page 173. The meaning of Shabbat is to celebrate time rather than space. 6 days a week we live under the tyranny of things in space. On Shabbat we try to become attuned to the holiness of time. It is a day on which we are called upon to share in what is eternal in time, to turn from the results of creation to the mystery of creation, from the world of creation to the creation of the world. Page 175. You are with us in our prayer, our love and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. And there may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. Let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Baruch atah Adonai, she'odcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod. Page 177. When we behold your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars that you set in place, what are we humans that you are mindful of us? We mortals that you take note of us. You made us little less than divine, adorned us with glory and majesty, gave us dominion over your handiwork, laying the world at our feet. How majestic is your name throughout the earth. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulecha na'el lehodot. Page 178. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Ki atahu melech adon l'chol hashalom. V'tov b'necha levarech et amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. Baruch atah Adonai hamevarech et amo Yisrael b'shalom. We take a moment now for silent prayer. You might use the words on pages 180 and 181 or the meditations of your own heart. Yehiyu liratzon imrei fi vehegyon libi lefanecha. Adonai tzuri, Adonai tzuri. Vegoali. May the words of our mouths and the meditations of our hearts be acceptable to you, Adonai, our rock and redeemer. We turn our thoughts to those among us who are ill and in need of, or injured and in need of healing. We have on our Misha Berach list this week, Mary Kennedy, Rosalind Cantu, Sharon Buell, Mike Haug, Lori Perry, Nick Joliat, Bernard Strassner, Fran Warona, Ariel Botsluva, Gail O'Neill, Rhoda Wessler, Marion Finkel, Skip, Kathy, and Jeffrey Brace, George Balthazar, Harvey Goldstein, Robin Callahan, Amy Weissman, Ricky Grant, Harry Kantrovich, Shoshana Bat Avraham, and Michelle Young. And if anyone else would like to share a name, please do so. The Mishaberach is in the middle of page 371, and we hold in our thoughts all those in need of healing of mind, body, and spirit. Mishaberach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Le'imotenu, may the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishaberach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha La'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We also pray for the health and safety of all those in our community who are first responders, active military duty, or peacekeepers, those around the world whose jobs are deemed that our lives might not be. We have on that list Janet Ingraham, Patrick Carlton, Oni Hinnanen, Joshua Ehrlichman, Martin Brown, Richard Urbino, Howard Mergler, Kyle Smet, Andrew Booth, Joseph Cald, Daniel and Bridget Stambowski, many members of the Nemero family, Pete Abelson, Jeremy Sharkey, Benjamin Hurd, Alexander Furman, Daniel Gilman, Curtis Miller, Rob Apgar, Ben Farrell, Caleb Menzies, Francis Petrarca, Noah Kaplan, and all those in the armed services and on the ships at sea that tune in and watch us from our live stream. May the one who blessed our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and our mothers, Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel, bless those who are serving in our armed services. May God guard them and keep them from harm. If they find themselves in danger's path, may God bring them back whole of mind and body to all those who love them. May it be your will, Adonai Tzevaot, to lead them to safety and to protect them from each and every enemy and ambush. May God make their journey successful and guard their going out and coming in with mercy and love, and let them be blessed to return home with life and peace now and forever. And let us say, Amen. Shabbat Shalom. This week's Torah portion is Parashat Vayera. A lot happens in this parsha. So here's a quick recap. Abraham greets some strangers who approach his tent while God is visiting him as he recovers from his bris. Sarah overhears that she will give birth to Isaac and laughs. Abraham argues with God to try to save Sodom and Gomorrah. The visitors who had been visiting Abraham go on to Sodom and visit with Lot, whose home is then accosted by the xenophobic townspeople. Sodom and Gomorrah are destroyed, and Lot's wife turns into a pillar of salt. Lot's daughters think the destruction of the cities is the destruction of the whole world, and that they have to repopulate the earth with the one surviving man, their father. Abraham banishes Hagar and Ishmael for real this time. Abraham and Sarah meet King Avimelech and tell him Sarah is Abraham's sister for fear that the king will kill Abraham in order to marry beautiful Sarah. King Avimelech, thinking Sarah then is unmarried, tries to woo her anyway, and God intercedes on Sarah's behalf before anything too racy happens. King Avimelech is impressed by by Sarah and Abraham's closeness with God, and he gives them land and livestock. Then the parsha ends with the binding of Isaac, which we speak about at some length every Rosh Hashanah. It's a juicy portion. So pretty early on in the portion, as the visitors are leaving Abraham's camp to go on to Sodom and Gomorrah, we see God pondering whether to tell Abraham about the divine plan to destroy the cities. It says, "Now the Lord God said, 'Shall I hide from Abraham what I am about to do, since Abraham is to become a great and populous nation, and all the nations of the earth are to bless themselves by him? For I know that he will instruct his children and his posterity to keep the way of the Lord and to do what is just and right.'" Sefer HaBahir, an anonymous work of Jewish mysticism, probably from the 11th century, but possibly from the 1st century, offers a commentary on this. Said the divine attribute of chesed, or love, "As long as Abraham was around, there was nothing for me to do, for he did my work in my stead." Now, this is certainly true for the beginning of the Parsha, when Abraham is welcoming in strangers for food and washing, and Abraham is arguing with God to spare these wicked cities if even 10 good people can be found, which, by the way, is bargained down from originally asking God to spare the cities if 50 good people are found. However, as the chapters unfold, Abraham gets weirder and harsher. He kicks out his concubine and firstborn son to potentially die in the desert. He lies about his relationship and allows some creep to openly hit on his wife. And of course, the final transgression against his family, he tries to kill his favored son as a sacrificial offering. There are countless midrash trying to understand Abraham's willingness to sacrifice Isaac, and the eternal question that always seems to go unanswered is, why was he so willing to go to bat for the wicked strangers in a city he didn't even live in, but is so silently complacent when it comes to saving his own son? So one possible answer is he felt defeated. He tried to save Sodom and Gomorrah, but he failed. His nephew and great-nieces made it out alive, but their family is irrevocably broken by the death of their mother and the terrible mistake that the young women make once they are safely out of Sodom. Abraham is heartbroken. He has left his home to follow this God that no one else in the world believes in, and now he has seen the havoc that this God can wreak, and maybe he is having doubts about the relationship he thought he had with God. There's a sense of inevitability to this sequence of events. Everything works out the way God thinks it should, despite all human efforts to the contrary, for good or bad. As many have posited before, it is possible that Abraham had faith that God would ensure he didn't really kill Isaac if Isaac was to be the next in line to create this great nation that Abraham was promised to be. After all, despite Abraham's bad decisions with Sarah and Abimelech, God didn't allow Sarah to commit adultery. And it's also possible that Abraham believed that even if he refused to carry out the sacrifice, that Isaac would somehow be killed anyway, and he would have to have yet a third child to carry on his lineage. After all, he was already told by God to dispose of one son, and his attempts to turn God away from killing didn't work for Sodom and Gomorrah. I think many of us face moments when we take the path of least resistance because the seeming inevitability of the situation. Even if we know we are not doing the right thing, whether through action or inaction, we just keep our eyes down and keep trudging through, hoping someone else, perhaps God, will intercede. Or if no one intercedes, perhaps it was the right thing all along. Yet we know that causing undue harm is never the right thing all along. I certainly don't believe that causing trauma to other humans is ever what God truly wants. Sometimes to ensure that undue harm and trauma aren't happening, that means standing up against God or the status quo and saying, "Shall not the judge of all earth deal justly?" We may win some or lose some, but at least we will know that we did what was necessary to knock some holes into the injustice of the world. And when we are successful, we will know that we made much needed repairs to the world's foundations of justice and righteousness. May we never see injustice as inevitable, harm as a necessary evil, and may we never silently comply with deeds we know to be immoral. Amen, and Shabbat Shalom. We continue on now toward our concluding prayers. The Aleinu is on page 586, and I would like to call back up our Oneg families, the Jensimas and Youngs, to open the ark for the Aleinu. And if you would all please prepare yourself for the ark to be open. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. You may be seated. We turn our thoughts now to those who are no longer with us in body, but remain with us in spirit. This week marks a yahrzeit for Marion Waldman and Dorothy Bass, and we are still within the year of mourning for Pat Burton, Scott King, Tony Jerice, John Jenkins, Peter Winkler, Bernice Strassner, Lori Gilbert Kay, Roland Lane, Larry Washington, Dean Atchley, Sophie Levy, Donna Thatcher, Deborah Friedlander, Abraham Finkel, Harold Herman, and Nancy Hallowitz. And if anyone else has a name they'd like to share at this time, please do so. The Mourners' Kaddish is on page 598. Mourners and those who wish to join them may rise. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach chiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kari v'imru, Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam ulalmei amaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei d'kudesha barichu, ve'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen. You may be seated. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Li'imru. At this time, I'd like to invite up our president, Alec Levy, for some announcements.
Thank you, Rabbi Liz. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Rabbi Liz, thank you for leading us in a wonderful service. And thank you to the Jensima families for the wonderful oneg that we'll all be enjoying momentarily. We do have a paid position available. We're looking for someone to clean the building on a regular basis. And if you're interested, please contact Adam Mann at his evp@nershalomva.org email address. Next week is Ner Shalom Religious School Participation Service, so very important. Service next week starts at 7 o'clock, not at 7:30. And then the following week is the Friday after Thanksgiving. Tentatively, we are having a service that night. Rabbi Liz had her first coffee availability conversation with coffee last night, or did I get that wrong?
Yeah, no, that's correct.
I admit I wasn't there, so I can't say what the turnout was, but she will be there at Girani Coffee, which is in Old Town Manassas, just across from the BRE and Amtrak station, and every Thursday from 4 to 6. And so if they're not on Thanksgiving Day, but if you're interested, stop by and have a cup of coffee and chat. Tomorrow, 10:30 to 12:30, is the Women of Faith Nature Walk at the Musrow Mosque, which is over there on Hoadley Road. The idea is that different faiths can bring in information on how they can and are contributing to environmental justice. And finally, Adult Ed, Study of the Prophets. For Rabbi section, Adult Ed, Study of the Prophets. Nevi'im will begin on Sunday, November 24th at 1 o'clock and continue most Sundays unless otherwise specified. You've all heard of Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Giving Tuesday, we are going to be sending out postcards and inviting everyone to consider making a donation to Ner Shalom. Those will be coming soon. No religious school December 1st. Teacher enrichment lunch is November 24th, immediately following religious school. Sisterhood is having a virtual fundraiser on Tuesday, November 19th. Pampered Chef Party, and you don't have to come here, you don't have to go anywhere, you can just, from wherever you are, log on and participate. We'll also be having a paid-up lunch on Sunday, November 17th at the City Tavern, and please RSVP to Juliet, so you can either email her or talk to her tonight. Youth group will be meeting on Sunday, this Sunday, to plan the Human Rights Shabbat, which will be on December 6th, and they've expressed interest in game nights, so the next two game nights at the synagogue will be November 23rd and December 14th, and there'll be a teen game room each of those nights, and there will be the adult game rooms as well, poker, mahjong, or anything else. If you're interested, please RSVP to Heidi. Finally, from the book club, the November 20th reading is Raining Delusions, Catskills novel by Michael Gold, Tales Untold, read it, but Tales of the Borscht Belt. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. What an exciting calendar. So much going on. Our closing song tonight will be Ein Keloheinu on page 626. Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kemalkeinu, Ein Kamoshienu, Micheloheinu, Michadonenu, Michemalkeinu, Michamoshienu, Nodel Eloheinu, Nodel Adonenu, Nodel Emalkeinu, Nodel Moshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu. Shabbat Shalom. Please join us for Kiddush and Oneg.